Do you like toys? Big Bad Toy Store has toys. If you click the link in the description below and give them money, you too can have toys. Now watch my video. Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Polynian Vania. So yes, here we have another sexy robot review, and this is the most recent Polynian release, and it is Vania, which is a repaint of the original Vania. This one is referred to as the old uniform version. I don't really know exactly what that means, but basically the original one was red and orange, and this one's like dark blue and purple and stuff. Overall, she's pretty standard Polynian fare, so if you are into Polynians or other robot-related stuff, she's certainly worth adding to your collection. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have Vania. Here's our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Cosmic Armor Iron Man and 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. Of course, Polynians are standard Japanese 1/12 scale figures, so they are shorter than American 6-inch scale figures, but still bigger than 3 3/4-inch figures. Now let's get everything else out of here and just look at Vania. Moving on to our 360 spin, we're going to look at Vania in her most bare-bones state, as she does have some add-on parts that we will look at later. She has on her very dark blue uniform. It's not far from being black. It's got some white line work on it. Her actual body is white with gray joints, and she has her big weird geometric shoes down there at the bottom. All in all, her detail is pretty standard Polynian fare, and nothing that I have anything to complain about. And if you are into this sort of thing, her skirt is removable, and she has a little red underwear underneath that. Head sculpt-wise, Vania has her big geometric purple hair with white accents. And you do have the option of plugging this ponytail part into one of the two holes in the back of her head, and it does have a little joint so it can be positioned around. Then she has 3 optional faces. She has her standard smiling face, her stern combat kind of expression, and her blushing face. All the faces are executed well, and I have no real complaints there. Articulation-wise, you get your standard Polynian articulation, which means you've got your big ball joints everywhere. Hinge and rotation in the head, hinge and rotation in the shoulder, hinge and rotation in the elbow, hinge and rotation in the wrist, hinge and rotation in the chest, hinge and rotation in the hips, hinge and rotation in the knees, and hinge and rotation in the ankles, so you should be able to get them into plenty of cool poses. Accessories-wise, Vania comes with quite a bit of stuff. She has 3 sets of hands for her normal arms. She has 2 fist hands, 2 open hands, and 2 holding hands that have stationary pegs. I still don't know why Polynians do that, but they do. Then she has her big fancy robo arms, which have 2 different sets of hands for them. They have the fist hands and the open hands. You get these 2 little panels which can be plugged in either to the back of her robo hands or onto the little peg holes in the side of her skirt. She has her scarf, which has the little piece that goes around her neck, and the big flowing piece which plugs into her back and has 2 hinges on it so you can move the little scarf tassel things around. Then she has her bag, which can be held by the handle with her holding hands or plugged into the hole on her back or hip or pretty much any of the peg holes really. And lastly, you get your standard Polynian foot peg stand, which she can stand on, but she does not require it to stand up. Packaging-wise, you get your standard Polynian packaging, Ver.Update Polynian logo up there at the top, picture of the figure, name for the figure, Diabity Productions down there at the bottom. If you open up the panel on the front, you get some pictures and some Japanese stuff that I can't read, a big window to display the figure, and then on the back you get some pictures and poses and some screenshots from the visual novel. As always, these are good for in-package display if you prop open the door, and of course good for out-of-package display, and that wraps it up for Vania. So until next time, goodbye!